tutorials. This is Deepak, maths teacher. In the previous session we had discussed about finding the square roots and cube roots by using prime factorization method as well as division method. Now today in this section we'll discuss certain properties of irrational numbers. Properties of irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Right? What is an irrational number? A number which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. I mean non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Okay. Now the first property. What is the first property? Sum of a rational number and irrational number is always an irrational number. For example, a is a rational number and root b is an irrational number. A plus root b is always an irrational number. Or sum of two or more irrational numbers and a rational number. Or two or more rational numbers and irrational number is always an irrational number. For example, a plus b is a rational number and root c is a rational number. So finally you will get an irrational number. In the same way, a plus root b plus root c. Root b plus root c are rational numbers and sum of these three is always an irrational number. Okay? I will show you a small example on this. For example, if you take 2 is a rational number and root 2 is a rational number. 2 plus root 2 is an irrational number. How? 2 plus, what is the approximate value of root 2? Okay, root 2 is a rational number. Okay, so it is 1.4142536, so on like that. Adding this with a rational number, what do you get? 3.4142536, so on. Actually 1.4142536 is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. So when you are adding this to a rational number, again you will get a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. That's why we can say that a sum of a rational number and irrational number is always an irrational number. And at the same time, difference of a rational number and irrational number. For example, a minus root b is an irrational number. Okay, 2 minus 1.4142536, so on. Okay, so that becomes 2.0000001.41425, so on like that. If you subtract, what you will get? Again you will get a irrational number. Okay, again you will get a rational number which is 0 point something like that. That will be a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal which is an irrational number. Okay, so finally what do you understand? A sum of a rational number and irrational number, or a difference of a rational number and rational number, or sum of 2-3 rational numbers, 2 or more rational numbers and a rational number, or sum of a rational number on 2 and 3 irrational numbers is always a rational number. Okay. Now there is next one. Second property. Product of a rational number and irrational number. Product of a rational number and rational number. What do you mean by product? Product means multiplication. A into root b is equal to a root b, or a into b into root b, that is equal to ab root b. Product of a rational number and irrational number, or product of 2-3 rational numbers, 2 or more rational numbers and irrational number, or a into root b into root c is equal to a root b into c, that is equal to a root bc. Root bc is always a rational number. So product of a rational number and irrational number, or product of 2-3 rational numbers and rational number, or product of a rational number and 2 or more irrational numbers is always an irrational number. Okay. Next, the third property. Quotient of a rational number and rational number. Okay. For example, a by root b or root b by a. A is a rational number and root b is a rational number, or root b is a rational number and a is a rational number. So a by root b, rational number by irrational number, or irrational number by irrational number by rational number is always an irrational number. 2 by root 7. 2 is a rational number, root 7 is a rational number, and root 5 by 7. Root 5 is a rational number and 7 is a root 5 is a rational number and 7 is a rational number. So finally the quotient that which you get is an irrational number. Okay. So these are the properties of irrational numbers. But the sum of 2, 3 irrational numbers, 2 or more irrational numbers, may be a rational number, may be a rational number. For example, if you are adding 2 or more rational numbers, for example, 3 plus root 7. 3 plus root 7. 3 plus root 7 is an irrational number, and 3 minus root 7. Sum of these two, 3 plus root 7 plus 3 minus root 7. Root 7 plus root 7 minus root 7. The same term containing opposite signs gets cancels. So 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. 6, finally we got a rational number. That means the sum of 2 or more irrational numbers may be a rational number, may be a rational number. For example, if I say root 5 plus root 2 or root 3 plus cube root of 7. Root 5 is a rational number and root 5 is a rational number and root 3 is an irrational number. Their sum is a rational number. Here also root 3 is a rational number, cube root of 7 is a rational number. Their sum is a rational number. But whereas in the first case we got a rational number. So that's why what do you say? That means what did you confirm from this? We confirm that the sum of two irrational numbers need not be an irrational number. It may be a rational number, it may be a rational number. Sometimes you will get a rational number, sometimes you will get an irrational number. In some cases you will get a rational number, in other cases you will get an irrational number. Okay. Next, the product of two irrational numbers need not be an irrational number. It may be a rational number, it may be an irrational number. For example, we will take the same example. 3 plus root 7 into 3 minus root 7. 3 plus root 7 is a rational number and 3 minus root 7 is an irrational number. We are multiplying these two. That means we are finding the product of these two. Okay. So what is the answer that which we get? Whether we are getting a rational number or a rational number. Okay. We'll see. Because this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. Same term containing opposite sides, connecting them. That is equal to a square minus b square. In place of a, 3 is there. In place of b, root 7 is there. Okay. So that is why this can be written as 3 square plus root 7 whole square. 3 square is equal to 9. So 3 square minus root 7 whole square. Sorry. Okay. Minus root 7 whole square. A is 3 and b is root 7. Okay. A square minus b square. 3 square is equal to 9. What about root 7 whole square? Square and root gets cancels. That becomes 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. So here we got a rational number. The product of two irrational numbers, we got a rational number. So from this, what do you conclude? We can conclude that the product of two irrational numbers need not be a need not be a irrational number. It may be a rational number, it may be a rational number. For example, if I say, for example, root 2 into root 3, both are irrational numbers. What is the answer that which you get? Root 2 into 3, that is equal to root 6. Root 6 is an irrational number. So the product of two irrational numbers, we got an irrational number. So in this case we got a rational number. In the previous case we got a rational number. That's why from this what you conclude? We conclude that the product of two irrational numbers need not be an irrational number. It might be a rational number, it might be an irrational number. So these are the properties of irrational numbers. Okay. Thank you very much. In the next section we'll discuss about surds. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. Keep subscribing. Thank you very much.